What's good, y'all? It's Sean was here back again with another video. So today's video is going to be about just how hard it is as an adult to get like evaluated for things like autism or anything else that might be on the spectrum or any kind of other like intellectual or learning disability, anything like that. So let's get right into it. So like I said in my previous videos, my son has autism, and it's definitely opened my eyes to like really learning about myself and learning about what potentially makes me tick, and learning about if I have autism as well. A lot of similarities between myself and my son, the way he's growing up, the things he's into, what he's doing, how he acts and responds. All of this is like, it's familiar to me. It's really familiar to me. Like a lot of the ways he be acting, my mom described me acting like that. So it's made me really interested in like not just like autism, but neurodivergence as a whole. Like growing up, I never thought like I was one of those, like I was on the spectrum, or I may have had any kind of illness or any kind of like disability or anything like that. And even as an adult, it's still kind of hard to potentially grasp having that, be a part of who I am. But as an adult, as you get older, you tell yourself you got to learn more about yourself. You have to, you feel me? So that's made me interested in trying to get like an evaluation for autism. As an adult, it's just strange. Like I talk to my therapist, I talk to mental health professionals, and a lot of them just basically tell me, hey, Sean, you're 31 and you're pretty much, not even pretty much, like you're an adult. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like you're pretty much set in your ways. Like what would an autism diagnosis give you? And it's like they don't understand that it gives you clarity. It gives you an understanding that, hey, what you're going through is not just because you're some weirdo, or you just a little off. Like you may be on the spectrum. There may be a legit reason as to why you act the way you act, and why you grew up the way you grew up, and why you move the way you move. Like a big celebrity that's potentially understanding of what I'm going through is Amanda Seales. Like I remember she was talking about how she went and wanted to get an autism diagnosis, and she felt like she was autistic as well. And she had like a lot of situations in her life where it's like, shit didn't really add up, and she didn't really have a lot of the answers for the way she thought or the way she moved or the way she acted. And that's pretty much how I feel. It's like growing up, I don't remember hearing autism thrown around too much. Like I don't remember hearing about a spectrum or hearing about neurodivergence. I don't remember hearing about none of this. So as an adult now, with all of the new information and research that's being put into these things, it's like, bro, it's really opening my eyes to understanding that, what? Like this exists and I might be a part of it. Like, like I don't know. It's just different. Like I feel like the clouds are like parting in regards to just a lot of the ways I felt about myself, and just, just feeling like I didn't belong with everybody else. And, I've just been trying my very best to like take the steps necessary to get, a diagnosis. But it's like, there's a lot in the way of getting a diagnosis, especially as an adult, yo. Like as a kid, like my son, okay, boom, like he took him to the doctor. We saw some things that we didn't like his eye contact wasn't there. And my eye contact to this day is not there either. Like on video, it's totally easy. I'm talking to a camera, but in person, like my eyes dart away from people all the time. My eyes are always darting, or I have a tendency to talk to people without looking directly at them. And I can't help it. I just can't help it. Maintaining eye contact is extremely uncomfortable for me. It's like I'm looking into your soul and you're looking into mine, and then my eyes start fucking burning. That's the best way for me to feel it. It's like I'm doing something wrong by staring into your eyes too long, so I have to look away. And it's like it's a force. I gotta force myself to look people in the eyes when I'm talking to them, because of the fact that, I'm an adult and I can't not look people in the eyes when I'm talking to them, or I won't be taking it seriously. And this is like, it all comes back to the fact that I'm an adult. So a lot of the things that I've learned to adult properly, it's like they are forces of habit. Like I had to make sure that I understand that, hey, you're an adult, you're in corporate America, you are working, you have deliverables, you have to understand how to carry yourself and mask as much as possible so you don't look weird. And I mask all the time. I'm always masking, bro. And I didn't even realize that until like, I learned what masking was. Then I realized, what? I'm doing that. I did that in school. I do that at work. Like I do that in all parts of my life except for my home. And yeah, masking is a big part of trying to just hide the maybe not so desirable parts of who you may be. And it's like, if I'm doing all of this subconsciously, bro, like something just might be there. And yeah, I'm 31, I'm setting my ways, and it's like, you know, I'm already kind of setting my life. It's like, yeah, if I get a diagnosis, it's not gonna necessarily help me. Like, I won't be taking, I won't be having ABA sessions tomorrow. Like, I'm not gonna have therapy in regards to the autism, because it's like, I've lived my life to this point already. So it's like, what can they really do? But at the end of the day, I still want to get at least evaluated, so I could understand, like, you know, like, and just get a concrete answer as to what potentially might be going on with me. Like, you know, like, I suffer from anxiety, and we all do. Like, I ain't gonna even hold you. Like, living in New York, living in America, yeah, anxiety is at an all-time high, and I feel like everybody is on anxiety meds now. Like, anxiety is just running rampant. I suffer from a gigantic amount of anxiety. I'm always anxious. I'm always thinking the worst. I'm always thinking that people have it out for me. I'm always thinking that, you know, like, sometimes I be getting paranoid, like I'm being talked about or some shit, you feel me? And like I said before, I'm mad awkward. So I know I be getting people making comments and shit about how I act or how I move and all that shit. And it's like, it makes me anxious, and that kind of pushes me away from people, because I know that I act different than other people, you feel me? I know that I sometimes move and act different than other people. I prioritize different things than other people, and I have a self-awareness of the way how I'm different from other people, and that definitely plays a giant role in my anxiety, because it's like, if I am autistic, I'm fully aware of it. So it's like, because I'm so aware of it, I'm also aware of how much of a difference it makes in regards to how I act versus how other people act. And I'm aware of those differences. I'm aware of the machinations going on in people's head in regards to how I'm moving or how I'm acting. And it just kind of makes me feel a little bad about myself, because of the fact that I can't help this. Like, this is who I am. Like, I'm always saying that on this channel, like, this is who I am. Like, this is who I am. Like, and I can't help that. But I definitely want to learn more about who I am. You feel me? I want to learn more about that. And I implore everyone that's here to sound my voice to try to get some type of understanding of who you are. If you feel like you have an understanding, I mean, great, but continue learning. Like, life is a journey, and you always got to learn. Like, I'm telling you, like, 10 years ago, I would have never thought that I would be talking like this. I thank God every day for my kids, you feel me? Like, I thank God every day for them, because them coming into this world has taught me so much about myself. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead ass. Like, it's only been, what, 6 years that I've had kids. I had my first kid, he's 6. Excuse me. And my second kid, he's 2, about to be 3. And I'm telling you, like, in these last 6 years, I've learned so much about myself watching them. It's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, my mother always told me that a lot of the things that I put her through, and I was a good child, for me, but I definitely had some anger. Like, I had a lot of anger. My anxiety, it transforms into anger, and that's my driving emotion. And I had a lot of anger, and she had to deal with a lot of that anger. And now I see it reciprocated a little bit in my kids, my fault. So it's like that, yeah, like I get it now. Like, I get it. I get that as a kid, I couldn't necessarily explain myself, or I didn't have the confidence to do that due to the crippling anxiety and just feeling like I was different from everybody else. And that shit made me frustrated. It made me real frustrated, and I always just felt like, yo, why can't I be like the other kids? Like, why? I used to always question myself all the time, until I just said, you know what, fuck it. Instead of trying to be like them, I'm gonna be away from them. I'm gonna keep to myself so that I don't feel no type of way about being different. And then that's how I got to where I am today. I feel like that's how I became an introvert. It's been like a combination of my childhood experiences plus just feeling like I'm different from everybody else. So I feel like, you know what, it's probably just safe to distance myself. Instead of involving myself with other people, distance myself. And yeah, I can't say with 100% certainty that I'm happy about where I am in my life right now and how I move. You feel me? I've been trying to improve every day. I go to therapy. And like I said, I'm finna get this evaluation, but it's hard. It's tough, man. Like, there's a lot of blocks, especially if you're an adult. Like, first and foremost, like, it costs bread for that evaluation. It costs bread, man. It costs mad money. It costs mad money. And I'm like, bro, like, this is not right. Like, feel me? Like, damn. And I don't want to self-diagnose myself and put myself in the group of people who have autism, and then I have imposter syndrome. I act normal because it's a mask. Like if you see me like in my you know regular day to day or in my natural habitat, you might be like, oh, okay, now I see why. You know, I see why he might think he's autistic. His social interactions, they're very cut and dry. Like it's very short and sweet, and it's almost too short and sweet all the time. You feel me? Like all the ways I describe myself on this channel, y'all heard me describe myself. It's all been funneled into my research about myself. You feel me? I'm hearing myself talk about myself, and I'm realizing, yo, is this right? Like, is this the right way that I want to feel? Like, I definitely want everybody to figure out themselves, and I just want the best for this world. I really do. And I just hear myself talking, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not 100% comfortable like this. I'm not 100% comfortable living like this. It's not right. And I want to better myself. So, yeah, that's pretty much the topic of this video. Like, I just wanted to go into some details about the fact that, you know, getting the diagnosis is really tough. And I'm still, I just wanted to give some information in regards to the fact that I just want to get a better understanding of myself. You feel me? I want to get that evaluation. I want to learn more. I want to get an understanding of who I am. And I want to just maybe even be a martyr to someone out there who feel the same. I know there's some people out there who feel like how I feel, man. Seriously. And I'm always going to say this. Do not feel any type of way about that. I don't care how old you are. Never too old or too young to learn more about yourself. Learning more about yourself makes you a better person. It makes you more capable. It makes you more successful. And I don't know about you, but I am trying to be as successful as possible for the sake of my family. And they need a well-rounded man to lead them. You feel me? I cannot say, oh, I don't really know myself like that, but I'm totally fine with how I am, and say that I'm leading a family and I'm the head of the house. Like, no, I can't do that. As head of the house, I gotta do as much as I can to understand myself so that I can be the best head of the house I can be. Feel me? So yeah, that's it, guys. You know, thank you for listening. I appreciate you. You feel me? And yeah, this is gonna be the new mantra, and this, you know, let's get this learning, let's get this growth, and let's get this development together, man. Seriously, thank you for watching again, and peace out, y'all.